What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Now let's get straight to it, y'all. The other day, LeBron James received the ESPY for greatest record-breaking performance. Right? His family presented him with the award. His two sons, his daughter, his wife. Right? And then LeBron went up to give his speech. He addressed the audience and a lot of the fans across the world, and also naysayers across the world as well. Right? And so during his speech, he talked about how he never cheated the game. He always gave it 100, his all every single time he stepped on the court. And then he said, lucky for you guys, I'm not retiring. Right? And so when he said that, a lot of people looked at that and said, oh my God, this is why we hate LeBron James. This is why we can't stand him. This is why we don't respect him. This is why we don't crown him ourselves. This is why a lot of the fans across the world loathe him. They hate him because he always tries to crown himself. He always tries to make the moment about himself. He's a narcissist. He always tries to talk about himself, so on and so forth, and all of that, right? Now, let me just say this. Is LeBron James an egotistical person? Absolutely. Is LeBron James a narcissist at times? Absolutely. But I'm here to tell y'all, so is the other people that they crown in sports. In the sports world, period. Honestly, so is a lot of the other people they worship, including Michael Jeffrey Jordan. He's a big narcissist, as well as Kobe Bean Bryant. He was a big narcissist as well. I'm here to give y'all a news flash. Most of the most of the athletes that get to that level, most of them are narcissists, because you have to think highly of yourself. To play that sport at such a dominant level for a very long time, like all of those individuals I named, you have to. You have to think you're nearly a god on that basketball court in order to achieve the type of success. Most of them do. Tim Duncan and David Robinson and individuals like that are an anomaly. Most of those dudes to compete at that high level, you got to think you the shit and then some to be a dog, right? But they use this whole, LeBron James saying, lucky for you guys, I'm not retiring. They're using that as a cop-out, okay? Because they're in there saying, well, LeBron, he only wanted to talk about retirement. He only hinted at retirement because he wanted to take the shine away from the Denver Nuggets for sweeping him. First of all, he was asked that question. He didn't bring that shit up out of nowhere, right? And who knows? We don't know how his body was feeling or whatever. You don't know, you know what I mean? Who knows, right? But then this is the reason why we don't like him. No, that's not the reason why you don't like LeBron James. You don't like LeBron James. A lot of people don't like LeBron James because he is considered a foil or an adversary of Kobe Bean Bryant. A lot of Kobe Bean Bryant fans don't like LeBron. Or he's considered a all-time rival to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, even though they didn't play in the same era, right? Because people always compare them. And Michael Jordan fanatics love to shit on LeBron James every turn they get, right? And then you have another segment of people, mostly conservative white Americans, but then you have other non-black conservative individuals and black conservatives who hate LeBron James because LeBron speaks on black social issues first. He speaks and puts black Americans first. And people don't like that shit, okay? He's one of these athletes of the newer guard who is not afraid to poke his chest out and talk about black issues affecting the black community solely, right? He don't address it behind people of color or minorities, because a minority is everybody outside of a white male, right? LeBron speaks on black issues, police brutality, black unarmed people, men and women getting gunned down in the street, and talk about how it's an atrocity. He talks about it unapologetically. He gets on his biggest platforms and says these things. And people don't like it. They don't appreciate it. They want him to be silent. They want him to not talk about politics and do the same shit that Michael Jordan did and shut up and be quiet while black folks out here getting slaughtered. Don't lend his voice to no black issues and be a meek and mild fence straddler like Michael Jordan was his whole career. Like when Michael Jordan gonna get a goddamn police some money when he was trying to give money against police brutality. He gonna give money to certain organizations, then gonna give money to the police too, so he can be a fence straddler, so he wouldn't lose a lot of the people who honor him and worship him and revere him. He wouldn't lose their support. by giving money to the police. You know what I mean? Backing the blue. Like, the police don't need no fucking money, dog. They get a ton of it as is, right? But Michael Jordan is a fence straddler, and people wanted him to be of the ilk of a Derek Jeter and a Michael Jordan. Don't say shit about nothing. Don't talk about black issues. LeBron say, fuck that. LeBron got to the pinnacle of sports, right? And he said, listen, I'm able to talk freely and do what I want to do now. They can't hurt me. They can't do nothing to me. They can't fuck with me. And he's using his voice courageously and don't care about what the next person says. So a lot of people hate him for that shit, and they attack him at every single turn. Why do I say that? Because they bring up him being a narcissist. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is a fucking narcissist if I ain't never seen one. Okay? Seriously. Inviting his former teammate to his Hall of Fame speech to tell his former high school teammate and to taunt him about beating him out in high school and how he beat him. Mike used his whole Hall of Fame speech to tell other people how they couldn't fuck with him and how they wasn't shit compared to him. That's what Michael Jeffrey Jordan did, right? Then Michael Jeffrey Jordan, such a narcissist, he not speaking to his friend Charles Barkley for being honest about how the Charlotte Hornets team, they haven't been that good for years. They have not been good, and they have not been playing great basketball, right? And they aren't assembled in the way they should be. You know, they're not a good team. Charles Barkley just said they're not a good team. They're not playing well. They're not good. Michael Jordan refuses to speak to Charles Barkley anymore after that. That's a narcissist if I ain't never seen such. Mike and them punching motherfuckers all in the face, punching Steve Kerr all in the face, telling Horace Grant he didn't deserve to eat on the plane because he didn't play well enough. Who the fuck are you, dog? That's narcissist shit if I ain't never seen such. That's some shit LeBron James will never do. Then told Chameleonaire, I don't take no pictures with no N-words. After Chameleonaire wanted to take a picture with him, and after he paid all that money in the auction for Michael Jordan jerseys, Michael Jordan said, okay, you pay $100,000, then I'll take a picture with you. That's narcissist shit if I ain't never seen one. Now let's get to Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe a narcissist as well. Calling out teammates, calling them soft all while the media around, berating them in front of every fucking body. Then he was coaching his little daughter's basketball team. One of the little girls on the team wanted to go to a dance recital. Kobe called her out on a post, talking about other people felt like they had other important things to do more than our game. They thought a dance recital was more important than our game. You know, calling a little bitty girl out. What the fuck? And then when he got called out for it, he went up and gonna put up a picture of him going to, I used to be in a dance recital too. It's not a big deal. Yes, the fuck it is. That's why you went off and tried to call her, basically call her a slacker in so many words. And what's the word I'm looking for? Infer that she was abandoning her teammates, right? Kobe Bryant is such a narcissist, or was such a narcissist at times. When they told him he was shooting the rock too much, and when he was ball hogging, gunning too much, when they was playing the Phoenix Suns and they were up 3-1, Kobe refused to stop. They told him, hey man, you shooting too much. Kobe refused to shoot in the closeout game and allowed his team to lose a 3-1 lead. Because he stopped shooting because he was just that mad the media talking about him. What type of shit is that, dog? Like, come on, man. Kobe was a sociopath at times, cussing teammates out, all type of crazy shit, dog. Like, what? You know what I mean? What is going on? You know? Even stirring a pot between his fans talking to LeBron James, criticizing LeBron James at times. Like, what the fuck? Stirring a pot so that his fans can galvanize behind him. Now, to Kobe's credit, he did tell the fans to gather around LeBron and support him when LeBron became a Laker finally. You know what I mean? But look, all these athletes be narcissists like a motherfucker. Look at Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre retiring, not retiring, I'm retiring, not retiring. But when LeBron James does something now, it's just, oh my God, look at him. It's because LeBron put black Americans first. That's why people got a problem with it. Then they're like, oh, his wife had to say you to go. That's what the fuck your wife's supposed to do. If you ain't got one like that, your wife is trash. Peace.